Hello and welcome to Stars Without Number episode 6, which, if you've been watching all of these by now, yeah, I mean, there's medicine that can help. And also, I hope you enjoyed it. Right, I'm going to throw you over to Hippo, because I'm lazy, and it's been 6 episodes, so if you're still watching this by now, you know what's going on.
Yes, help is
Also,
available.
Commando's back.
Oh yeah, Commando's back.
Is anybody here a doctor? Oh wait, that's me.
That's you. Alright, so we last left off, let's see.
Everything's gone to shit. We're about to die.
Everything's gone to shit. Dash, Morius, and Sam managed to escape the sewers, go through a rather large industrial complex located in the center of this flying city, stole a dump truck using the help of a clearly intoxicated man off of maybe some kind of drug that's currently plaguing the city or something. Plot, plot, plot. Timothy met the governor and then proceeded to break out by threatening a butler's life.
Butler nothing!
Alright, so at the very last part of episode 5, in the stolen dump truck, Sam, you were approaching towards the space elevator. The actual elevator part is considered a no-fly zone, so you had to descend back to street level in order to continue. Timothy, you took your stolen... what was it, like some kind of sports hover car, I think. And you parked it underneath a camera.
Yes, I was hoping you would forget that.
Nope, I did not forget it.
Roll 1 for stealthiness.
This is a good spot. It was perfect parallel parking because it's a hover car and it's impossible to not do it perfectly. But yeah. We shall start with... we'll go with Dr. Freeman.
Forget about Freeman.
No.
So as I told you before the session started, Commando, you were hanging by the space elevator with Timothy when some government goons came over. They identified themselves to you. They were mostly wearing sort of plain clothes. Timothy was taken off, and you were left standing at the bottom of the space elevator with the rest of the government types. They first started questioning you, asking you like what your profession was, what your relation was to the people that are on the Sultan, and if you had any idea of their whereabouts. And you don't have any idea of their whereabouts. Actually, Timothy... yeah, you knew that they were in a sewer. So it is up to you to decide whether or not you tell these government people anything about the party and their whereabouts.
I'm on my own right now.
Well, the government guys haven't been notified to your escape from the compound.
Oh, right. I didn't tell them anything. I didn't say anything last session.
So, Timothy, this large, imposing man standing in front of you, wearing a business suit, overcoat, and he's looking at you. So, do you have any idea where these people might be?
I'm sorry, I'm slightly confused here. Is he outside? Oh.
Oh, me.
You.
Okay. No sir.
None whatsoever. Nothing.
I got nothing for you, sir.
Okay, how about what are you guys doing on the planet? Do you know anything about a Mr. Smiles?
Not a name I've heard. This is my first time on this planet.
You didn't meet anybody before you got to the space dock? Before you hit the space elevator? Anything?
No, sir.
Any idea when these guys are gonna be back?
Beats me.
What's all this stuff here? And he points next to you to a cargo ruck, which is just think of like a hover space dolly, a coffin-sized cargo pod. You know this as a sort of plan that was devised by Sam as he relayed this to Timothy. Timothy made contact with Sam on the ship before you two left when he came back from anesthesia. And the plan was to get Dash back to the ship relatively hidden without alerting any of the authorities. And yes, of fucking course, Dash.
I It's not something I'd seen before. It's something that the rest of the crew must have. Someone else in the crew must have brought with them on the ship. And if you want.
Well, I'm not an idiot. Come on. We know it came off the ship.
Well, yeah. I mean.
Are you sure you're a doctor?
I am.
Uh,
Would you like?
what is this? Carrying a body or something? Looks like you fit a body in there. Pops open one of the latches. It's empty on the inside.
I mean, if you so wanted to, you could, but
Well,
no one's died on my watch yet, so.
since you seem to be so full of insightful answers, we're just going to continue waiting here for them to come back. Because if they ever want to make it off planet, I assume they are going to come back for their ship. Maybe you.
Yeah, makes some sense.
Timothy, you parked your vehicle. Your clearly hot, stolen vehicle. What do you do from there?
I was waiting for the signal to meet up with the other guys to go back to the space elevator.
Alright, do you remember how close you parked to the space elevator?
Pretty close.
Okay. We'll just go with it's within some amount of walking distance. That's not too tough. Okay. Sam, you're driving along in the stolen hover dump truck. It does not fit in with any of the other vehicles that are currently in this traffic jam that you have been lied to by the traffic people on the news. Traffic people on the news. So as you sit in standstill traffic, you look over the side and you see a kid hanging out of like what looks like a hover sedan, essentially, kind of gawking at this giant machine meant to haul massive amounts of ore from the planetary surface. The father in the front passenger seat is looking at the vehicle with like half amazement and half confusion. Dash, go ahead.
Do I have any opportunity to pull off onto like a side street?
You see an alley about 100 meters ahead. Not an alley, but a turn going to a smaller street that doesn't seem to be well traveled. Or is
Okay.
not a popular destination.
How quickly is traffic moving?
Deadlocked for the moment, but moving every 30 seconds.
How much every 30 seconds?
Couple
Like-
car lengths.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna keep an eye out.
Alright. There are several bullet holes, I believe, or laser blasts, whatever the heck that guy shot at you, riddling I think it was the passenger side of the vehicle. Who's sitting in the front passenger seat right now?
That would be me.
Alright, you look over the side and you see several concerned people if you happen to be in the middle lane, several concerned people in the left-hand lane, right-hand lane, pointing and looking at each other, talking to each other if they're in the same vehicle, about the the weapon damage along the side of the vehicle. Dash is in the back snoring. Teddy is poking Dash's snoring face and remarking in amazement how this guy can sleep through just about anything. Sam, your comm pad starts vibrating.
I'll answer it.
As you look at the screen, it's coming from Dwayne, and you answer it. Dwayne sounds a little... what's the word? There's a bit of anticipation in his voice. Look, Captain, this man with a very creepy smile visited me. He mentioned you by name, and pretty much recited off the entire ship's manifest. You know anything about this?
We've been... I won't say introduced. It's more... standoffish. But yes, I know who you're talking about.
Well, he gave me some notice that apparently the government is standing outside the space elevator we came down, waiting for us.
Oh. Yeah, that would be obvious, wouldn't it?
He proposed a solution.
And what was that?
He wants us to pick something up.
Did he say where from?
No, he hasn't. He said if you make it to your ship.
The ship.
The ship, yes, our ship.
That's being guarded by government officials.
Yes. He also proposed if we leave behind the crate of, what was it, the liquor, the Dulavian gin, leave it in the spaceport, he'll take care of the guards.
Alright, is anyone on the ship itself?
Nobody's there unless the doctor's still there. The doctor and the brute. He called me before, he's a bit of an ass.
The doctor or the brute?
The brute. You didn't call anybody.
I'd expect as much. Alright, I'm gonna see if the doc's awake.
Are you going to sound the alarm to get everybody back to the ship, or should I do it?
Not yet. Let me get the doc on the line.
Alright then. He hangs up.
And I'm going to, dial Dr. Freeman.
Freeman does not actually have a compad on him.
I don't?
Wait. How about... So, in last session, Timothy rifled around with you to find a compad for himself.
Oh.
You do not have your own personal compad? So
I thought I did.
it wasn't in your inventory, as far as I was aware.
Oh. Oh.
So if you want to retcon that you have one...
Yeah, because I had in the first session, I had used it a fair bit.
Okay.
That was how the Dulavian government contacted me.
Alright. So yeah, we'll go with you do have one then.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Alright.
Okay.
So Dr. Freeman, your compad starts ringing.
I hang up.
The government official looks at you. What was that?
Just work.
Who?
I get hired by too many clients all the time. Hell, it seems I'm talking to you right now. This is the most from my perspective.
He gives a hand motion to have a couple more suited individuals about his same size come over. Let me see that.
All right.
He takes the compad from you. Is it encrypted?
Yes.
Alright. Hands it to the guy to his right, which he performs. He starts fiddling with it, and he's clearly taking some kind of route that's a little bit different than your standard login procedures. But he doesn't seem to be getting in. I'm interested in these clients. Who are they?
We're all off planet. Hi.
You're getting calls off planet when our networks are down.
Yeah, must be an old message. I sometimes leave things unanswered for a while.
Give me a speech charisma check. Not speech, sorry. What is it?
Talk!
Talk.
Talk.
Talk!
Charisma check. Talk.
Talk!
No mod?
Talk!
No mod. He puts his... He kind of strokes his chin a little, which has a little bit of stubble on it, growing some gray hairs. Okay. I'm skeptical how that works, I suppose. So, what kind of medical work do you do specifically?
I mean, I'm of course certified for any sort of first aid and mild trauma surgery, but my specialization's more cosmetic surgery.
He's a pile surgeon.
The man that has your compad continues fiddling with it, and his eyes squint in concentration. Sam, you are rudely hung up.
Dick. Well, we've got no one on the ship. No one nearby to contact. Wait. No, he said the brute. I'm gonna call this guy. If he's even has a compad. Do I even have him as a contact?
He took one of the compads from the ship, and he already made contact with you once after he stole the car from the governor's compound.
Okay.
So you do have him as a recent contact.
Okay, then I'll call him.
Lescae, your compad vibrates.
I answer it.
Excellent.
Hello?
Lescae, it's Sam.
Yeah, I realized that because it says here.
Points
Alright.
to the phone.
You can't see me pointing at the phone, but I am pointing at the phone.
Alright. Can you see the elevator?
Lescae, you can see the elevator itself, as in...
Because it's enormous and it goes all the way into the sky, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Alright, can you see the elevator entrance?
No, you cannot.
I can, but I can come over. I have to be careful though, because they're looking for me.
Right, I just need to know. I can't get the doc on the line. I don't know if they've gone after him too.
In that case, I'm going to try and sneak up towards the elevator and find somewhere that's a little bit closer to hand in case you need my help, but I'm not going to come into the elevator area because it's just too likely that I will be spotted.
Alright. Keep me posted.
Okay, and I will hang up.
Sam, as you end the call, you're able to get to that side street.
I'm gonna pull off.
Alright.
I'm just going to ditch my car where it is and walk.
I don't blame you.
Blissfully unaware of the camera that's staring at it.
So Sam and Morius, what's your plan?
Brace the fuck on for everything that's coming our way. We're pretty much powerless. Point. There's nothing much I can do directly, at least.
Alright, I've got an idea.
Well, it's already better than my plan, so...
It's something, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's better than nothing. It's better than my plan.
Alright, my idea here. We gotta get the doc away from We gotta find the duck. I don't know where he is. Like, Dwayne said the last time he saw him, he was on the ship. So, who knows where he is now? He's not answering.
So he's probably no longer on the ship.
Likely. So.
Or he's dead, but nah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I prefer that. In any case, find the dock, get this trigger-happy bastard into a casket, and get off this planet.
I don't know, he sounds much more amazing than our whole situation.
We're gonna need a distraction when we get to the elevator. It's gonna be guarded. Any ideas?
Yeah, that's what kind of distraction are we talking about here?
We're not. Don't even think about shooting civilians.
No, I'm not Dash. I'm not that stupid.
All right. What do you got on you? Do you have anything like loud and explosive?
Loud and explosive. GM question.
Yes.
Would I be able to set off railgun ammunition in the same principle, like you can cook off normal shells?
Nope.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, a railgun is an electromagnetic, like,
Well, I mean,
steel block launcher.
but in this game, the rail, well, it's not necessarily a railgun. The mag weapons the bullets come with their integrated power cells, so you don't have to power the actual weapon itself. But I don't think I would be able to cook those off in the same way you could cook like artillery shells. So.
You have railgun ammo on your person?
No,
right
no,
now?
I got mag rifle ammunition. Which is basically the same principle as railgun because railgun's basically an upsized version of the mag. The rifle.
Well, without tools.
Although I do have I don't have my sniper rifle. It's on the ship, so I don't have any sniper ammo, which would be more conventional.
Even then, without tools, it would be extremely difficult.
Yeah. So I don't think I can do anything loud. Although if there is something explosive on near the elevator, I could shoot it. And maybe they'll go off, give us the appropriate distraction.
Teddy,
Yeah.
do you still have it?
Oh, excuse me.
Have
The
what?
gun. The gun.
You talking about the railgun?
Yeah.
It's on the ship.
Yeah, it's on the ship.
All right.
Try to find you guys because I don't have any money to ship it off the ship. Found a good spot though. Oh man, you're gonna love it.
All right. We'll talk when this is over.
Yep.
All right. I think we just need to ditch this thing and walk the rest of the way.
How far would we be from? Wait, are we even on the ground? Weren't we like in the not upside down, but like suspended grav road thing?
You
No, we-
found a place to pull off to.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah.
you're pretty close to the space elevator. You're slightly further out. You'd have more of a walk than Timothy, but you are within walking distance. Should you choose to abandon the mining truck?
It's probably a safe bet to dump this thing. It's not exactly subtle.
Any objections?
Teddy just kind of shrugs. We could, I don't know, run in with the truck. It already took that guy's fucking gunfire barrage before.
Yeah, but streets are deadlocked. Even if we get there, like we're not gonna have the.
This truck's made for rough terrain. Who said we needed the road?
That's true. There's no fly zone around that elevator. I mean, they gotta have someone to enforce that.
Eddie just shrugs again. I doubt it'd be anything like the breaker guns that keep ships from landing here. Just as an FYI, most TL4 worlds have breaker guns, which will shoot down things like space rocks and invading ships that have no authority to land on the planet. Some TL3 worlds might have something similar.
But much less powerful.
Yes.
But
Does
still
TL this
fairly
planet?
dangerous in itself. Okay.
Hippo.
Yes.
What's the TL of this planet?
4.
Okay.
TL5 is basically non-existent space magic.
That's
Alright.
actually TL6, surprisingly.
Oh my.
Any sufficiently advanced technologies is
Yes, and that's TL6. It is.
what?
So what do you guys choose to do? You gonna hoof it? Find another way?
Fuck the truck.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll just walk.
Alright, sounds good. You guys start walking towards the space elevator.
Teddy, you carry Dash as best as you can.
A lot of people are giving you some concerned looks as you carry this clearly incapacitated person with various burn marks on his body. One woman, you can hear her. Oh my god, is he alright?
Oh, he's gonna be fine.
We're gonna get him to a doctor. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
The hospital's the other way.
I know a guy.
Kinda like, her eyes widen like, like, okay. But yes, you are getting a lot of concerned people. It also doesn't help that Dash smells like burned flesh.
Hey, at best they're gonna have needs for barbecues. I don't know.
Are you guys gonna plan anything else on your walk over there, or are you just gonna keep walking?
Alright, I'm just gonna convene with Teddy and Morris before we continue on. Alright. If we get caught, everyone rats on Dash. Everybody.
Yep. That's his fault. Everything
Alright.
is his fault. I have no problem with that. He's the reason we're in this mess. Well, we were probably already in a mess the moment we landed, but he just made it 10 times worse by shooting a cop. I'm not saying that out loud, I'm just kind of saying it discreetly to everyone, not trying to draw attention. I'm not shouting it. But, yeah.
Alright. Are we clear on that?
Sounds
Okay.
good, Captain.
Alright. Let's go.
You walk
Wow.
along various various pedestrian-only areas. Again, you're getting the gawking, the pointing, and people holding their noses at the smell. Burnt flesh smells kind of sweet. Fun fact. You haven't had the pleasure.
That's
I
a
don't
story
really
for
know
another
how
day.
You know that?
Sickly sweet smell.
That's a story for after the session.
He reenacted the scene from American Pie.
Please
Okay.
no.
Ouch.
Wait, which one? The one with the... Never mind.
Which
that
one
high.
do you think?
The entire time I'm just saying, he's fine, he's fine.
Well, right now, no, not really, but he's gonna be fine.
A man starts walking along with the group. He kind of gives a sort of a dispassionate look at Dash as he's hanging off of Teddy's shoulder. Then he catches up to you, Sam. Lobbying gin, huh?
That's good stuff.
Yeah, well, hold your end of the bargain and we'll hold our end of ours.
Where do you want it?
Just leave it in the spaceport. Everything will be taken care of.
You got yourself a deal.
Excellent. Miles will be pleased. And he breaks off.
Just so you know, you're a terrible negotiator. You even tried to haggle him, you just straight up told yes. Well, yeah, it's not like we have much of a choice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide for now.
Do not.
Timothy, as you get closer to the spaceport, you do notice a couple people in full business suits. They look quite familiar to the people that were hanging around before you were taken by that man in the vehicle to the governor's compound. They're currently skulking, looking around outside of the spaceport. You found a nice hidden position, out of their line of sight, but you can monitor them. You have now
Excellent.
a clear view into the entrance to the space elevator. You do not see Freeman.
Where am I again?
Somewhere.
You're inside the space elevator exit point in the
Oh.
city itself.
Wait. So, okay, but I'm inside that base area.
Yeah, you're basically standing outside the elevator with a couple of nicely
not-
clothed brutes just
Okay.
kind of shaking you down.
But not at the entrance.
No.
Okay.
Well, the entrance to the physical elevator itself, yes.
But not the entrance to the elevator compound.
No.
Okay. Makes sense.
Give you an idea of what it looks like. Think of just like a giant domed building with
Okay.
4 exits in each cardinal direction and then elevator in the middle.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Alright.
So Timothy, you're watching these guards. See this teenager. You're not sure if it's a boy or a girl. Run up to one of the men and kick him in the shin, and then run away, laughing and cackling the entire time. The man just kind of stands there. You can clearly see him say like, "What the fuck?" Hold his shin as if he was in some pretty decent pain, but he doesn't move from his post, and the kid just kind of runs along.
Ha! So they're not going to move around. They're going to just sit where they are.
It appears that way, yes.
Is there any way I can sneak up on them?
You could try moving in with the crowd. There are a significant amount of people going into the compound itself,
Yeah.
akin to a lot of those people that were trying to get on the elevator. First went down.
I'm like too chunky for that. I'm going to just stay here and wait for the others.
Alright, you slump back, just kind of out of sight. You stop watching them. You decide to look around the corner again.
Tell me, what do my elven eyes see?
Well, if you don't look around the corner, you look at the other side of the wall. It's sort of like a fake brick, but it's clearly some kind of metallic wall. Yeah, you got a good view of a wall in front of you.
Sweet.
Sweet.
I am like totally ready to assault this elevator as soon as everyone else turns up.
Excellent. Sam, after about 15 minutes, you make it within eyesight of one of the elevator compound entrances. You can see the entrance, but you can't see inside enough to make out Freeman at all.
Can I see any what would look like guards posted?
What are you looking for in a guard?
Long-term relationship. What?
Stability.
Walks
Kind
along the
heart.
beach.
Financial stability, home, 2 kids.
Gosh.
Retire.
Pension.
Yep.
CIA agent looking types, you know, business suits, sunglasses.
Give me a...
Newspaper with a hole in it.
Yep.
Give me a notice wisdom check. You don't see anything of the type. You see people in suits, but they clearly look like they're trying to go somewhere. Like a job that's not standing in front of a space elevator compound.
Okay. I'm gonna call up Whiskey.
Liskay, your compad vibrates. Before you guys continue that conversation, Freeman,
Yes, sir.
so let me get another roll here.
Roll from them or roll from me?
Roll from them.
Okay.
Alright. The guy that's handling your compad is a bit perplexed, and he hands it back to the man that's questioning you. I can't bust it. That's off-world. Beyond me. The man questioning you does not hand back the compad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious who called you. It would be very helpful if you told me who called you. Start squeezing the compad.
Pretty sure I hung up before I even took it out of my pocket.
You did.
Yeah, so I hung up before I took it out of my pocket. I didn't even bother checking who it was.
I feel like you have an idea who it was because you hung up, rather than just let it ring.
Don't like being bothered.
I suppose not. Give me a notice wisdom check.
Okay. No mod.
No mod. You saw something in one of the open panels on the wall to your left.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a, not like a. You saw a flash of something, but it wasn't like a metallic flash or anything. Just something moved, and you quite clearly caught it, but you're not sure what it was. The man that's questioning you looks in the direction that caught your attention.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
Must be a mouse. Or something. Some little critter just crawling through.
One of the government goons just starts chuckling. Mice. They're extinct here.
Ah. That's good. Good to know, I suppose. I'm new around here.
The man that's questioning you kind of gives you like a bit of a squint, like he's trying to make out features on your face. Looks at the government guy, the government suit, and tells him to go check it out anyways. Man who is chuckling about mice goes over and starts investigating the wall. Sticks his head in this panel that's missing off the wall that's exposing various wires, sensor equipment, pipes on the inside that line the spaceport. He keeps looking, and he doesn't pull his head out.
Does he pull the rest of his body out?
No, he doesn't move.
You alright over there?
The man who was questioning you looks over. What's taking you so long? The man doesn't move from the wall. Jesus. John, go see what's wrong with him. The other guard goes over, and now it's just you and the man that questioned you. I don't know what's up with today.
Well, if you need a doctor.
Yeah. The busy doctor that is, completely busy with off-world patients and old messages. Totally. When the second government suit walks over to the wall to see how his buddy's doing, he pulls back and the man just falls onto the ground. He has a very shocked look on his face, but he appears to be sort of maybe paralyzed, frozen. Dead? You're not really sure. The government man pulls out his gun. All right, we got a problem here. Man in front of you pulls out his mag pistol as well.
Pointing
he-
at me or no?
He pulls it out, but not at you.
Okay.
What's
Do you want
going
me-
on?
Do, do you want me to check him out?
No. I want you to tell me what's going on.
I have just as much of an idea as you do. I don't know.
The space elevator comes down, and the government man goes from a very stern look to a very frightened one. The space elevator is behind you.
Hi. I just kind of moved toward. No, I don't. Is that man wearing glasses?
The
one
man you're talking
interrogating
to?
me. Yeah.
No, he is not.
Okay. So I can't pull some spy kid shit and just use the reflection as glass. Do I hear anything?
The doors to the space elevator itself open.
Okay, besides that.
Some people that are noticing what's going on start giving gasps, and you also notice people start moving quickly
Away?
away.
Um,
Especially people standing in line to get on the elevator.
Just turn around, nerd.
does that guy still have his compad? My compad?
Does.
Can I grab it?
Give me a...
Grab it or knock it out of his hand.
Give me a punch dexterity check.
Okay. No mud.
Knows.
No mud. You go to take it, but he just drops it instead. His grip loosened greatly.
I pick it up.
Alright, you grab it.
Do I see anything on the reflection of the screen?
As you pick up your compad, the government man drops his gun and raises his hands. You look at the compad screen, you take a look at the reflection in it, and there are several men behind you wearing combat armor with blue and white insignias on it, and
Are they familiar insignias?
give me a notice intelligence check.
Okay. Notice intelligence?
Yes.
No mud?
No mud. Alright. It's familiar. I don't have a name for it yet. I gotta come up with one.
Is this
yes.
familiar from Dulabi or familiar from my past?
General galactic knowledge.
Oh.
A criminal mercenary group.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. They all have mag rifles, and they are slowly and quietly coming off of the space elevator, and there is an APC behind them.
Holy shit. Yeah, I get out of their way.
Alright. They don't seem interested in you, but they come over to the government man, take him to the side, and one of them pulls out a mag pistol, and you hear a very, very quiet gunshot go off. Same happens for the other conscious government man. The other one that looked like it was frozen stiff was taken away. The APC rolls off of the space elevator, and the men that were on it start taking control of the downstairs. One of the men in full combat uniform, you cannot see his face, is covered with a sort of Atmo filter, heads-up display type of thing.
Uh-huh.
You know, whatever you can think of that obscures the face. And through some kind of communication that's sort of like a speaker on the outside, tells you that your passage back to the ship is safe. Leave the cargo outside and we'll take care of it.
Yes, sir. As soon as I get onto the elevator, after can I like close the door and then is there like some emergency stop switch?
So the elevator itself, think of it like it can hold maybe like 3 of the dump trucks that the other guys
It's
were
more of
driving.
a cargo elevator.
It's
More than
a
anything.
giant cargo. I get that, but I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
still
Is there an
stands.
emergency stop? No, because
Okay.
what would be the point?
Can I close it without having it start going up?
No, it's on a timer.
Oh, okay. Um,
So it
I
says 15 minutes before the next ascent.
okay. I call Sam.
All right. We'll go back to, because these are slightly different time periods. Sam, you call Lesquet. Lesquet, you're still standing at the wall, and your compad vibrates.
I answer it.
Hey, have you seen anything about the doc? Seen anything, heard anything?
I haven't seen anything apart from goons.
Goons? What kind of goons?
You know, government goons.
All right. How? Just a question. How far out are we?
Be about a. I'm terrible at distances. You have about like 100-meter sort of like courtyard with all these fancy plants and shit along various roads, pedestrian passageways before you get to the actual entrance.
Just All right. We're almost there. Can you see anything else? Can you see? Can you see Freeman? Can you see anything going on?
Not really. There are guards everywhere. Well, not everywhere. There are a few guards, and they're not moving. If we wanted to get in, I could probably take them out.
I don't want to have to do that, and I don't think it'll be necessary.
Are you sure? Because I mean, I'm
I-
always up for a bit of beating my enemies to the punch.
I made a deal. It won't be necessary.
Okay. Well, you just let me know when we're going in.
All right. Where are you in? Where are you relative to the elevator?
So relative to the elevator, Lesquet, you are close to. You are looking at the eastern entrance. Sam, you're looking at the northern entrance. Or I should say southern. Yeah, southern. Go with southern. Makes more sense.
Okay. All right. We're on our way. I'll call you when we're ready.
Okay.
Alright, call ends. Lesquet, as you continue sitting in your position, you hear nothing. You know, just people walking by the alleyway, wherever you're just kind of chilling out. Some see you, and they don't really give you any attention. But after a while, you start seeing some people walking away very quickly, looking back behind them.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Gonna sit there and watch them.
For now, for the minute.
Okay. You keep your position, and eventually it like this mass of people just start hurrying along. Some of them are jogging if they're closer to the sides and they're able to dodge around people. You see various people in states of drug addictedness or people with various amounts of luggage. They're pulling it back away from the base elevator itself. Give me a notice wisdom check.
Oh dear, that's not my forte.
Do the same thing for me, Sam. You're seeing something, Sam and Morius. You're seeing something similar.
Notice wisdom.
Yep.
Wow, I did quite well.
So Timothy, you're quite, let's say, skilled with knowing how the herd of dumb animals known as civilians tend to react when something bad happens, and this is definitely one of those times.
Okay, I'm gonna move in.
Sam and Morius, you know something's up. There's a strange amount of people that seem pretty anticipated moving away from the spaceport, but you don't have any clue. You can't pick up any conversations or anything like that. Timothy, you are able to pick up something about guns.
Yeah, something's going down and I need to be in position, so I'm gonna move up.
Alright. You approach the corner, you look around. Those government goons that were in front, they're not there anymore. The eastern entrance is starting to get more and more desolate as fewer and fewer people are seen fleeing from the spaceport itself.
I send a compad text message to everybody and just tell them that the government goons are disappearing, and so are the civvies, like faster than cake and all magpie.
Alright, you send it to everybody in the contact list, so that's everybody on the ship. You get a couple of texts back that are question marks from various people that have no idea what's going on, that are crew members of the ship. Morius and Sam, you get this message.
Would I at this point then?
Yes,
Yes.
Everyone.
everyone.
I sent it to the whole crew.
Oh god.
I'm gonna reply, all caps, get back to the fucking ship.
There is a button that pretty much will create a sort of alarm that tells everybody to immediately return to the ship. A button, an option, whatever. It'll even annoy the
emoji.
shit out of people with their compads disabled or turned off.
Then I'll just go with that.
Alright.
By this point, would my call to Sam have gone through?
Yes, you can call Sam, and it will go through.
Okay. I call him.
Alright, Sam, compad rings. After several text messages of confused crew members asking what the hell's going on, we've only been here for a few hours. But you do get Freeman. By the way, your compads do have video calling capability.
FaceTime with terrible reception.
XD. I'm just gonna stick with audio because better reception.
Alrighty.
I answer.
I
Doc, what's going on?
don't. Okay, sorry. Well, first, sorry about hanging up earlier. The feds were kind of keeping me occupied.
It's alright, don't worry about it. What is going on?
Well, I don't know what the hell kind of deal you made, but a whole bunch of galactic mercs just showed up.
It is the company Amendola Zaibatsu.
Hey, Zed.
Do I recognize this?
Through folklore, fairy tales, and other various spooky stories, yes, you do.
Come again?
Yeah. These guys are fucking high end. Like, there's 3 APCs of them. A whole bunch of others. Full combat gear, mag rifles, mag pistols, whole shebang.
Are they invading?
Well, based on the fact that I'm not dead, I don't know. But they just said, just leave the cargo and just keep up your end of the bargain, you're free to go. So, I'm guessing this had something to do with you?
Oh, shit. Where are you?
On the elevator. It says you've got 14 minutes.
Alright, stay there. I'm on my way.
I don't have much of a choice. I'll see you here. Oh, and
Alright.
before you hang up, does the name Smiles mean anything to you?
Oh. I'll explain. I'll explain later.
Because the feds mentioned it. They wanted to know if I knew it, and I didn't. Okay, talk to you later.
And I hang up. And I'm gonna phone Liskay.
Popular man today, Liskay.
Hey, you're through to the sky.
Stop. Don't.
Stop.
Roxville, everybody
Cousin.
dies. Campaign's over.
Cousin, let's go bowling.
Let me tell you, I'm a very popular man today, Mr. Liskay.
Anyways, Sam is on the line.
Just go. Just go.
Okay, I'm going.
Alright. Everybody starts walking into the space elevator compound, and as you enter, you do see blue and white APCs with very impressive weaponry on top of it. They look quite similar to the rail cannon that Velik and Teddy have on the ship. And various armed men posted along the walls and entrances. They are all wearing blue and white armor with a special insignia that I have not decided what it looks like, but you guys all somewhat recognize it.
It looks like something.
Looks like something.
Do I particularly recognize it?
Um,
Probably more me, because you're more military, I'm mercenary.
yeah, so everybody with the exception of Morius really more of knows about Amendola Zaibatsu as a sort of
story?
like a technologically superior boogeyman. Let's go with. You know, let's put it this way. You know how people make or maybe make jokes about like Blackwater?
Yeah,
That rolls
this
in the
is
Middle
that.
East. This is essentially Blackwater. Morius, you're aware that Amendola Zaibatsu exists in some capacity or another. Really more of like rumblings from higher ups and stuff like that. Because you're in the mercenary business, mercenary groups tend to compete with each other, and there typically aren't any conflicts between mercenary groups, especially if you go off planet, but there have been some issues with various blue and white clad mercenaries that tend to be a lot more ruthless in what they're doing, and they tend to like to not follow local laws. Sort of like a forced extrajudicial system.
Well,
Yep. So yeah, Blackwater. So you enter. The soldiers look at you. You can't see their faces. They're obscured with various heads-up displays and atmofilter masks. And you can just see there's no line into the space elevator anymore.
I think I'm still wearing mine from the sewers and the foundry and thing.
Atmo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him a nod or something.
They don't give you any response.
Yeah.
And
Do I see them?
what's that?
Do I see any of them?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see them coming in. There's 4 entrances into the elevator itself, and they are like straight shots to the various entrances of the compound. Yeah, the men are loading off weapons. They're working at a fast pace. You can't really make out any talking. They appear to be communicating with each other, and you can see hand movement as if they're having a conversation, but you have a suspicion that they're all talking through some sort of
Comm channels.
yeah, of their own.
Makes sense.
Some of them look at you, stare at you, follow your movement across the room, but they don't make any movements.
Alright.
So, everybody meets on the space elevator.
Rest of the crew there too.
Rest of the crew's on the ship.
No, not yet. They haven't made it.
Oh, no, they're off. They're still on World 2?
Yes, everybody disembarked.
Okay.
So you guys are going to be the first ones to the ship. So there's still about maybe 10 minutes before the first elevator starts its ascent.
Send a message, 10 minutes.
Some people send messages back along the lines of like, yeah, we're moving it. One of them sends a message saying that for some reason the taxis aren't going towards the spaceport and they might be a little while.
How many elevators up are there? Just the one?
Yeah, just one. I might have said plural elevators, but there's
Okay. Is there any? There's no sort of hold. There's no interface. It's just timer.
Yep, essentially.
Huh.
I'm just gonna send everyone the message that this faction is here and then they need to get to the elevator right now.
Looking at that list.
Anyone who doesn't make it will be left behind. Ah!
Vidura sends a message that's more incredulous in nature, asking if you've had too much to drink and if you are particularly afraid of the dark.
To who?
Sam.
I'm just not gonna respond.
Fair enough. Some of them do send messages saying that that is unlikely to happen. They're starting to lose. They're getting the idea that something's causing more traffic jams, and there's a lot of people moving away from the spaceport.
I'm just gonna wait.
Alright. You guys say anything to each other in the 10 minutes.
Is Dash awake?
Dash is not awake.
Everyone's in the lift, are they?
It's all Dash's fault.
Yep.
Is that coffin thing still nearby?
It is.
Can I put Dash in it?
You can.
I do.
Alright, you and Teddy put Dash into the coffin thing.
I lock it.
Alright. With Dash locked in a cargo thing on a cargo ruck. Coffin thing on a cargo ruck. Sitting in the elevator. Another 5 minutes remain.
I
not
Some
a
of
huge one for
the
point. Not a huge one for point. Sorry, go ahead.
some of the mercenaries have started to move outside of the spaceport itself.
I don't want to point fingers, but I point at Dash. I'm guessing he's responsible for your all's delay.
Tell me, Duck. Do you do euthanasia?
I mean,
As we stand here, I can't
Not
help but
often.
say that he elevated the threat level.
Now the rocks
Uh,
fall and everybody dies.
I mean, I don't do it often, but I know how. I know how to fake it too.
Can you
Good.
do castration?
Do you want it done? I mean, yes, but how neat do you want it?
Well, I don't know. How dedicated are you at castrating Dash?
How much time do we got?
The least
Well, things can only go up from
option.
here.
I mean, you guys aren't gonna have to pay. Well,
No.
don't worry. Money's not gonna be too. Don't worry about money.
What you have to do is remove the shaft in the shaft.
You get
Wow, wow.
you get what you pay for, and I want the least expensive option.
I don't think we even have money here, so it's going to be the least expensive, literally.
I mean,
What can you do for free?
you got a knife?
I have a pistol.
I'll
Think
do.
for a second.
Can we stop talking about castrating someone?
Yes.
Or-
You might not want to upload. You might want to bleep out that part, Edmon, for YouTube.
No, it's
It'll be
fine.
Fine.
It's not monetized, so we're good.
What's a discussion? about removing a man's genitalia between friends.
Okay.
I'll let you know later if it balls things up.
Well, I'm gonna. Once we get back to the ship, Dash is staying in the med bay for a few days.
Alright.
That's for sure.
The rest of the time passes, and only one of your crew members makes it back. It's, what's his name?
Okay, it's not that bitch.
Uritz, in his old, husky, wheezing, voice tells you that, oh, I made it. Oh, I don't think I don't think I ran that fast ever. Oh.
I'm gonna have a stroke and die right here.
Whew. He leans and just sits down in the elevator. The door closes behind him, all the cargo doors, and the elevator starts ascending. Whew.
So,
Teddy's with us.
we're dumping all the crew, right?
No,
I mean,
no, we're not.
I prefer to keep him around, but at this point, it's all a matter of if the elevator even comes back down.
So, what was with all the hardware that I ran by?
Blame
It's-
Dash. And I pointed
Blame
at
Dash.
Thompson.
Is he dead?
No, sadly. But we all mutually agreed that it was Dash's fault.
Okay. What about the rest of the crew? He looks at you, Sam.
I'll be going back down for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
alright.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I'm not leaving my crew behind.
The elevator
Yes,
will go
I
back
know.
down in another half hour, so
All right.
it's not like we don't have time.
We can always bring out the railgun and take on the goons. That sounds like it'd be fun. Wouldn't it be fun?
Teddy gives a thumbs up and smiles.
I'd like your thinking, but I think that's a terrible idea.
Come on, it's a great idea. You wanted to test your railgun before, didn't you?
Oh God.
Look, just imagine
I didn't
this.
even answer
We get
that.
that railgun onto the elevator. We go down. When the doors open, we fire a big hot railgun round into the back of that APC.
And then what? We sit still for like 14 minutes and 50 seconds? While the two other APCs and the tens of guards just turn around and mow us down?
Oh, what are the chances that they're all still there? Come on.
They're...
Think
Jesus.
about
I don't think
this.
you know who they are, other than by name.
I don't have any sedatives on me, do I?
No.
Okay.
Hey, look. It was just a thought.
This gay. Shut up. I want to hear it.
Your continual bickering passes the time as the space elevator approaches the. You get further and further into the atmosphere. If any of you are looking over the side through the clear tube and watching the city as it descends below you, actually, who's looking?
I will be looking.
I'll
Alright.
look.
Also because windows in space are a terrible idea.
It's a really good window. Morius and Freeman, give me notice wisdom checks.
You know, the great thing about arguing in the elevator was it really
What?
lifted my spirits.
I will shoot you as target practice for the railgun.
Freeman, you notice that the skies are a little clearer of various hover vehicles and any maybe Atmo flyers of some sort. Morius, you're fairly certain that whatever is happening, somebody called a no-fly zone over the entire city now.
Ah, Jesus, they got this fucking place on lockdown. They got this whole... This is crazy.
You guys approach the top of the of the space elevator, and there are approximately several platoons of the same armored people waiting for the space elevator to head back down. The door is open, and they don't even wait for you to get off the elevator before they start loading it with more APCs, heavy equipment, and mercenaries.
So,
They look at you, of course. Your presence is acknowledged, but that's about it.
so are we leaving now?
I think Sam wants to go back
Yes.
for the rest of his crew.
I'm gonna make sure everybody gets on, and then I'm gonna go back.
I think it's time you changed your hairstyle. I was thinking that you should go for a crew cut.
That's a good one.
I look to Marius. Shoot him. Doesn't have to be now. Doesn't even have to be in the next few weeks.
Does your ship have an airlock?
It does.
Good. That's what I need to know.
Alright.
Maintenance mishaps all tend to happen.
You want to go back down alone, Sam, or?
Oh, Morris, you come with.
Let me go grab something on the ship first.
Take Dash with you.
No, Dash is staying on the ship.
Well, yeah, you take him to the ship.
Urhitz and Teddy can take care of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
they take care of
I
him.
mean, I'm gonna run to the ship, get my actual combat armor on.
Alright.
The trick is to never
Still-
take it
still
off.
patchless. I am just a matte black armor, or matte black and gray armor I have.
Yep.
No patches, bag rifle out, everything. I look like
Yeah.
I'm ready, just like everyone else here, but in a different color.
Freeman and Lasquet, what are you guys gonna do? Just go back to the ship?
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
no one
I do.
listens to my great ideas or my glorious puns, so I'm gonna find some booze.
I'm gonna stay on the lift.
You do know the booze is meant for them.
I'm gonna tell Teddy, just get a floater rock and leave the booze on the just on the floor somewhere.
That's not all the booze, right? There is some booze in the ship's canteen somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Teddy
Probably.
shrugs. Whatever you say, Captain.
I'm gonna stick on the lift.
Teddy,
Yeah.
save a bottle.
Alright. So, Teddy Urtz, the casket with Meg still alive inside. You said you're staying, Freeman, right?
Yes.
Alright. And Timothy get off the elevator and head over to the ship bay. While you guys remain on the elevator, the rest of these soldiers and all their equipment are just packing in like sardines. Some of you kind of question what the cargo capacity of this elevator is, but nobody else appears to be concerned. None of these men are talking to you.
Can I find a big black marker pen on the ship somewhere?
I'm sure you probably could.
I'm gonna go to where Dash resides, unconscious in the casket.
Oh my
I
god.
actually approve of this idea for
I
once.
approve of this so much.
Alright.
And on his stomach, I am going to write the Holy Sword Excalibur and an arrow pointing down to his crotch.
Alright.
It's because it's never been pulled out. Now I feel better. I'm gonna go back to
Alright.
drinking.
Teddy pulls out a bottle of Dulavian gin, tucks it under his arm, and takes the floater ruck with the cargo off the ship out of sight from you, Timothy. So, Marius, you grab your sniper rifle, your combat armor.
Yep.
You get a couple looks in your direction from the various mercenaries there, but they don't say anything to you. They eventually look away. Yeah, you're all packed in there. Half hour passes. Elevator starts its descent. I don't know if you guys try to say anything, do
Right
anything,
conversation? No, I don't think that's.
as you're all just
It's
in a
gonna be a descent in silence.
cramped
No.
elevator.
Yep.
It's just
It's gonna get steamy in here.
Fun fact, if you take a bunch of primates and you stuff them into a cramped, confined area like a small room, they will act the same way like people cramped in an elevator. Yep.
God damn it. The
I'm just
things
waiting
you
for
know
one
it
to
up.
fart.
Yeah, it's basically like, we're all in a shitty situation together, let's not make it worse.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put my aqua filter on.
Right. The descent occurs as you're looking out any windows that you might be seeing. There are columns of smoke rising from the city.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
We'll talk
That's
on the
a
ship.
great question, don't you think?
What?
This isn't a voice behind me, is it?
It's a voice behind you.
God damn it.
Tall man with the strange hat, really wide tie, tan skin, and a very big, very white smile.
God, you. Jesus, I've worked with some worked for some high up people, but God, what you must have the influence to call the boogeyman.
Different type of crowd.
I mean, I've worked for some rich ass motherfuckers, but
He tips his hat at all of you, not breaking his smile. Your crew will be safe. They will be on this next elevator heading back up. I assure you that.
I certainly appreciate it. I just prefer to oversee it myself.
Admirable. Like I said, enjoy an honest trader such as yourself every once in a while.
I have to ask, how long have you been planning this?
A long time.
In a galaxy far, far away.
It takes a lot of influence to gather a force like this.
Drewport is just the first stepping stone. We intend on ensuring people in the right power are put in place here. You are going to be taking some of the fruits of my labors on this planet to another system.
Alright.
I will be having one of my associates send you some drill course plans to a system. It's relatively close by. The drill charts are slightly old. We've been in this area more or less for some time. Drill space may have shifted in the time being. So I hope you are a decent pilot in drill space.
We'll see. I do have to ask. It's the only thing I do ask about this cargo. I'm not running people, am I?
No people.
Good. No more questions.
I like that.
Can't
The
pay for gas.
I just shoot it. Just murderous glare at him.
Mr. Smiles, true to his name, does not break his smile. The cargo is being brought to your ship as we speak. Should be loaded by the time you get back up.
Alright.
Alright.
And if you ever do visit Drewport again, the breaker guns guarding the city will be disabled.
Intend to establish some fair trade.
Oh, it's fair, all right. Fair and free, just how I like it.
Guessing that's the sort of thing that puts a smile on your face.
He smiles even wider at you, Freeman.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I'm gonna snap my fingers. What happens?
What happens?
When he snaps
I
his
snap my
fingers.
finger. What happens?
If you snap your finger, what happens?
Yes.
Oh, I snap them. What happens afterwards?
Nothing.
Damn it.
Do I roll to get the reference?
Beyond me. Lescae, while you're raiding the cantina and you come back to the cargo bay with several bottles of who knows what, you plop down, you see Teddy and Uritz lugging a very large crate of something. Not crate, but massive pallet that took 2 cargo rucks to pull onto the ship.
Hey guys,
Uritz looks at you. Yeah?
I've got all this drink here, right? And I was just
Did you-
wondering if that was something for my palate.
Teddy looks at you and goes, I don't get it.
Oh, you
Ertz just kind of face palms and shakes his head.
seriously?
You-
What's in the box?
You raided our cantina and you're already drunk. Fantastic. I can't wait to join you later. Ertz and Teddy go back to lugging this massive cargo further into the ship to secure it.
Timothy's completely sober right now, right?
What is in the box? The box,
Ertz.
box. What's in the box? Yeah.
Ertz and Teddy ignore you for the moment. When they get the cargo secure, Ertz turns around and says, I don't know what's in the box. I've just been instructed to not open it.
You can't open the box. The box. Yeah.
Ertz was just making a jab at Lescae. I don't think Lescae is truly drunk yet. So, you guys make it to the bottom of the elevator, and the rest of your crew are waiting, but they have to stand there and watch all of this equipment, and vehicles leave the space elevator completely empty.
God,
before
this
you all meet
crate's
up.
like Fort Knox. Fort Knox.
Can't wait to see how you sing when you're actually drunk.
Ooh, Lescae or Ed.
Both at this rate. So, Sam, the rest of your crew is present and accounted for.
Well, that's a sobering thought.
A couple of them are quite pissed off. Dwayne is like a pissed off confused. Constanza is always pissed off. Everybody else is just confused. Dwayne looks at you. So, you know this is the second time this happened. Is this going to be a common thing? We show up at a planet and the city we leave is smoking and on fire? Under some sort of revolution?
It's just a bad couple of weeks.
I suppose so.
Anyways, we've got a job.
Oh, well, that's refreshing to hear. What's the cargo?
I didn't ask. It's probably better not to know.
Fair enough. Where are we going?
System. It's a little ways away. They're having us use old drill maps.
Old drill maps?
It's alright. It's payment for getting off the planet.
We're leaving the 6th system constellation. I will give you a... I'll bring up the map again. Here you guys go. The 6-system constellation is these 6 systems that you can see.
I suppose our destination is outside of that.
Yep. Because all of those systems that are... they have a link to Dulabi or to Mumalitis, and they are known courses that are easy to traverse.
Okay.
There have been people that have come from outside these 6 systems, but they tend to be kind of rare. Not so rare that, like, you know, they belong, like, in a museum or something, but sort of like if somebody tells you that they came from the, let's go with the Mont system, you have not really a whole lot of an idea of what a Mont system is. You could confuse it with a computer system.
Okay. I'll explain on the ride up.
Alright. So you explain on the ride up that a runner is going to be coming by with the map, with the drill courses and their destination in mind. All right, so I assume it's going to be relatively uneventful. Elevator ride back up. Timothy getting drunk in the cargo bay.
I do explain as to why we're in this situation to begin with.
What do you say?
Blame Dash.
Blame Dash.
Dwayne kind of looks at you incredulously. Dash caused a revolution?
No.
Hey.
Think of it as a butterfly effect.
Yeah.
I think whatever the hell Dash did, this is definitely not a response to that, but we just got caught. We just got caught up in the middle of it, I guess.
Sort of. He assaulted a poor man just trying to make a living, and then he tried to assault a police officer who was trying to arrest him for assaulting that poor man, and then he shot at those police officers.
And you think that led to that, as Dwayne points out the elevator towards what appear to be several explosions happening in the city.
No, that was planned but long before we got here.
I think
What is a result of it, however, is why we're transporting who knows what through old drill maps.
I see, okay.
for the record, this is my first time hearing about what the hell Dash has done. It's what Freeman's first time hearing about what Dash did. So
Yep.
I just took a blank stare out the window for a few minutes.
God damn it, Dash. Could have just been bystanders in this problem.
I just stick the key to that coffin thing into my pocket.
There you go.
I'm keeping that with me for a while.
Alright, you reach the top of the elevator. There are more mercenaries waiting to go down, but not nearly in the same amount as before. It appears that they're going to be loading in more supplies onto the elevator than fighters and vehicles, but there's still a fair amount of them.
I should ask, is the entire crew accounted for?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, you make it back to your ship. Cargo bay is still currently open. You see Timothy, Ertz, and Teddy just kind of hanging out by the entrance, drinking. Teddy looks
What's in the box? The box, box, box.
What's in the box, box, box? Hey, Captain, got that gin. The cargo of gin is not on the floor.
Teddy, did
Oh.
somebody...
Somebody took it, and
Okay.
they gave us another box.
Alright, good. Has someone been by since then?
Nope.
Is Dash on the ship?
Yep.
Where'd you put him?
I think we put him next to the box we got.
Okay, I take him in the med bay.
Is there airflow in that box, by the way?
Uh, Caskets aren't really.
We'll find out.
It's not a casket, but if it was, most caskets don't really take into account airflow.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could have suffocated him to death.
He's fine.
Well, there's the keyhole.
Hey, you do surgery, right? Do you do tattoos?
I know how, but that's not my priority.
Oh, I think I've got this excellent idea for a tattoo. I've already penned one in, actually.
Is this for? Oh. I take a look.
You feel a tug on your shirt behind you, Sam.
Alright, I'm gonna just turn around to face him.
It's this goofy-looking teenager. You're not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but hands you a data stick.
Alright, thank you.
He just runs off. He or she.
Weird kid.
Timothy, it's the same kid that you saw that kicked the government guy in the shin.
Huh.
That's how I'd react too.
Take a large
Alright.
swig of whatever grog I happen to have in my hand.
Yeah, it's a mix of who knows what. Probably like some toilet water too.
Anything that said it had alcohol in it. Probably lighter fuel.
Probably
had a-
alcohol.
I've had a grog before. It's fun.
Is that Vidura's homebrew?
Ertz laughs. Alright, everybody loads onto the ship. Cargo bay doors are closed. Everybody takes their stations for leaving the space station that's hooked to the space elevator. As systems boot up, various systems that were being fed in from the space station itself, like docking procedures and whatnot, they're offline. Nothing's telling you to like no course correction for leaving the docking station, which isn't an issue. Most pilots that have, any experience in a spacecraft can get out of a non-functioning dock in space.
I'm gonna use a good old trusty Mark I eyeball.
Yep, there you go. And ship sensors. But a lot of those, so basically like hooking up to the life support of the space station, that's offline. There's clearly still life support in the station itself, but it appears that just any system that you could have hooked up to as a result of docking are all offline. There is another ship nearby as well, much larger than yours.
Yep.
Any identifying markings?
IFF tag brings it up as the Visitor. No other information.
I'm going to assume that it probably has something to do with this.
That's a good chance.
Alright,
Alright.
then I'm just gonna do pre-flight checks and get out of here.
Alright. You disembark from the space station. Relatively quick affair. And you start pulling away from the planet.
I'm gonna check what's in the box.
No.
Alright, you're not gonna stop me.
You don't
Sure.
even know what's happening anyway. You're
I'm in the med bay with.
tattooing.
I'm still in
I'm
the
not
cargo bay.
tattooing I'm
Yeah.
not tattooing the Dash.
You start dancing towards the box, and you look around the outside. It is a very large container. I haven't calculated exactly how big, but it takes up a significant amount of space in the cargo bay. Based on how it required 2 floater rucks, it is a massive amount of weight. But the outside is just a very plain white sort of maybe polycarbonate packaging. No identifying features save for a single barcode on the outside. And there does not appear to be any sort of accessible entry inside of the box.
Let's punch a hole in the side of the box.
Give me a punch strength check.
Oh, I like
Oh
these.
my.
Hear a reverberating, just low-pitched thunk as you slam your fist against the side.
Does anyone else hear it?
If you're still in the cargo bay looking at Dash, Freeman, yes, you do.
I thought it would have taken him to the med bay by now.
You know, the Freeman's in the med bay.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're in the
I
med
took
bay.
Dash to the med bay.
Rest of the crew wouldn't be in the cargo bay. So,
Probably
as far
not.
as I'm aware, Ed, Timothy's alone.
Sweet. Did I put a hole in the box?
Hold on. Pull up something real quick.
You can just say no.
Yeah, but I gotta roll something.
You gotta roll a 12-sided dice covered in no. Just a dice of 12 different ways to say no.
So, you pull your fist away, and the only thing that's changed is the slight amount of blood on the package. Take 1 point of damage as your knuckles scream in pain from the impact.
I'm plastered. How painful can it be?
It's not plaster. Plastic. A plastic-like material.
Okay, I'm gonna kick the box.
Give me another punch strength check.
How do you have these on vitals and stone? Where the hell do you get these? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh yes. Drunken fury cometh.
Oh God.
Drunken fury, you kick it and you leave a nice sizable dent. Your foot screams in pain, but not enough to warrant a loss of hit points. But you don't kick a hole in it.
Fuck.
I am quite impressed that you left a dent in it, though.
The cargo hold has a camera into it, right?
Probably. I don't see why not.
So, Sam, wouldn't you be seeing
If somebody's looking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
just
no, you're
like
flying. Yeah.
slump down in my drunkenness and be like, wow, that's a tough box.
That is a tough box.
I'm going to tend to Dash.
Let me reveal some area on the map here that has to do with the course that you will be taking. So you load up the data stick into the navigational computer of the ship, and there's a small file in there that tells you that your destination will be Erztagoon 6.
Erztagoon.
Erztagoon.
While I'm doing this, I'm just gonna have Dwayne take over the helm, as it were, and just go over the drill course map.
Alright. So the drill course map is for Alanede to Erztagoon. There are two possible ways that can go through the two different hexes there. That's not going to change any of the possible dice rolls. But it does seem that you need to stop in the Alanede gravity well before you can continue on to Erztagoon. Erztagoon. Go with Erztagoon. Sounds better. More alien. Or Eztagoon. There we go.
Aliens.
No aliens.
Xenos.
Is there anything in the cargo bay that I might use to bludgeon this box open?
Didn't you just pass out from punching and kicking the box?
No, I sat down in a drunken
Oh.
stump.
Well, you have one empty alcohol bottle. It is glass.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. I'm not dumb. I mean, I am. I'm not like the brightest, but
You're looking around and considering, and it's a little slow. You look around the cargo bay. There's various, stuff laying around. You got other cargo containers. There's a There's a hover cycle, and whatever else you can think of that's in your cargo bay, Sam, that I'm missing.
he's not going to help me in this endeavor.
I know you have, what was it, medical supplies and jewels, right?
Is the railgun in the
Nobody
cargo
has
bay?
demolition charges.
I have an awesome idea for a drunk person. Is the railgun in the cargo bay?
The railgun is in the cargo bay.
Oh yes, let's go get the railgun. Let's see if we can aim it at the cargo box.
The railgun, despite being fully assembled, is currently packaged away. You open the crate that you remember Teddy fawning over at one point in the journey, and there's the railgun, there's the ammunition, but it's about, like, I don't know, 5 times your size and probably infinitely more complicated.
There's nothing else in this cargo bay I can use.
I mean, I'm sure you could find, like, some sort of pick, I guess? I don't know. Fair, I don't really know. Like, there would be various tools of sorts, and you could probably find, like, a monkey wrench hanging around. Yeah, let's say that. You find, like, a wrench. Space wrench, because you're in space.
Excellent. Let's hit the box with the space wrench.
Alright. Give me a stab strength check.
Do I have any cameras in the cargo bay?
You do. With all your might into this swing, you just wrap the side with the space monkey wrench, and you can feel the reverberation go through your bones as it feels like you might as well have struck solid metal with another metallic object. A chunk of the wrench actually chips off and slices at your face. Doesn't do damage, but you are bleeding slightly. Why you don't go around hammering hammers with a hammer.
I'm going to bed.
You also left a considerable scratch in the side. Drop the wrench where it is and just sleep on the floor.
No, I'll go back to my bunk.
Okay. Throw the wrench on the floor.
Maybe I can exert check to see how far he gets before he actually falls down.
I do have incredible constitution, to be fair.
Yeah, you're drunk, but you're not incapacitated yet.
Damn it.
So, yep, after a hard 15 minutes of work, you decided it's just not worth it, and you throw the wrench onto the ground and start moving towards the quarters. All right. So the only thing that you have right now is to make the jump from Hession to Alendi. I'm never going to pronounce any of these the same way per session. So, yep.
Hessian Blumenthal.
So yes, you have to make the jump to Alendi first.
What's in the L&D system again?
Alendi system. It is a known system. There are 2 planets. But here's the fun part. There's won't be able to get refueling from the planets themselves. I'm not saying that like you can't find refueling somewhere in the system. Just your usual like get it from the planetary space station is not likely to happen.
Any known starports?
I am going to have to defer that to next session. I will say, for the sake of everybody's ease, there's likely something there.
Okay.
I will say, though, if you want to make it easy on me, you could always go to Aspia first.
Sure. Why not? I'll
Okay.
put some cargo.
Yes, you do know that Aspia has the ability for refueling, and you can make it there in one jump without going into the LND gravity well, which will burn fuel. Alright, I think we're going to call it here because Edmund's tired, and I'd have to prepare several other systems now, actually.
Okay.
Peace.
Yeah.
Space.
Base.
Final frontier.
I thought there was going to be a big fight for the elevator, but there wasn't in the end. To take my angry frustrations out on the box.
Yeah,
These,
this is definitely a game where you want to avoid combat, and I don't want to put you guys in so many situations that, like, you know, you
Require
only have combat as an escape, despite how shitty decisions, you know, came
You
about.
really didn't want me in that box, huh? Considering I have the strength of like an elephant.
What's it?
Yeah,
Can an
there's
elephant punch open a tank?
anything that is worth protecting, though, is worth getting into.
What's it called? I guess in the next session I'll tend to Dash. Or
You know, I'm only level 1 at the moment, but at level 2, my unarmed attacks count as a melee weapon for tier 4 purposes.
you're level 1? Oh,
Yeah, his skill.
ability level 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant character level. What?
My character level is still 1.
Your character level?
Yeah.
I thought you leveled up.
No,
He wasn't there.
I wasn't.
Oh.
I wasn't there. I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
1.
And so so everyone else is still 2, or?
Yeah, everybody's 2. But I'll say
Okay.
everybody can go ahead and level up.
So we
Okay.
can go to 3 and
Yeah.
then to 2.
Unarmed combatant level 2. You know the locks
Hey.
and twists that power servos against their wearer. Unarmed attacks count as TL4 weapons for the purpose of overcoming advanced armors.
Okay, which levels have the special things about them again? So I'll just check the book.
Yeah.
I,
The page on the book, what is it again? It's 60 something, isn't it?
I need links.
Character advancements 60, yeah.
I am too brain dead at the moment to give you any answers. But as for Edmund's listenership, thank you for joining us.
Yes!
In a shorter session, if you are sticking with us.
I'll have to
We
level up
will-
my character next time as well.
We will have
If I'm level
hopefully
3,
a longer one.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, this is recorded at like 3 a.m. my time, so it's pretty severe on the poor
That's
Brit.
the one I wanted.
I got the links and stuff.
Right, anyway, I'm ending the session for now. Laters.
Later.
Hey, that's
Bye.
pretty good.